January 31st, 2023. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. 366 and some. Chris, what's happening?
Fortunately, not 29 days this year, but great day yesterday. Took care of business. Got both our games right. Now we move on to a Tuesday game or Tuesday card where I love a lot of the action on the board. Especially that college card. Some great matchups today.
Kind of expect you to say, yeah, I'm just rolling in the door, man. I was out all night. Hookers, blow, you name it, man. It's like basically just a keg party unto myself.
Look, okay. I was just trying to not filibuster with the obvious here, okay? We all know that was what happened yesterday.
It was open bar.
There was nacho cheese. There was a cheese fountain.
We bobbed for apples in a pool of cheese.
What more
Out here, we'd be bobbing for apples in one of those big giant horse troughs in the barn. Getting down in the barn. The barn dance.
What's happening,
nice,
Rod? It's a good word.
Good word is it's cold, starting to warm up. It's nice out, sunny. Good day yesterday. Back-to-back winning days. Looking to keep it going today. Love today's card. Excited. That was some good college hoops action. Only a couple games in the NHL that are going to be good. NBA action is going to be pretty good. So
it's kind of like the social media post. Feeling excited.
Definitely.
I told Rod I was going to play golf yesterday. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to hit the ball. This is the Rod golf swing."
And you wonder why he's happy to hit 100.
Oh yeah, I get up there and I hit the ball. It's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I'm getting the Carlton confused with the golf swing. That's not working.
I was terrible yesterday. I mean, I haven't played in a long time, probably in 6 or 8 months, and I was just terrible. It's like I had a triple bogey on the first hole. Then I had 5 pars and a birdie. And then I lost the ball. So I ended up getting a double on that hole. It was like hit and miss. Yeah, triple on the first hole, which is easy. You know what I mean? It's an easy hole.
But here's the other question. Did the golf clubs end up in the lake?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
I hadn't played in a long time. I mean, I really hadn't played in a long time. I should have gone to the range, maybe.
A little warmed up, yeah.
Yeah. I don't warm up like that, but I warm up,
Rod's in the batter box looking like Albert Pujols with the
speed. He's like one of those speed skaters.
That's what he had, right?
He's just got like the one arm held out, and he's just waiting for like the pitcher to warm up.
Yeah, you gotta have the one up front. Come on, we got this. Can't say I've ever tried to swing a club from sitting position.
Lord.
I got home. I ate dinner. I fell asleep. That was it. I rollerbladed 11 miles, played 18 holes of golf, ate dinner, I went to bed. That was it.
All that fresh air.
Oh, wrong one. Last day of the month. Last day of January. This month flew.
It had a little. There was a few days there where it dragged. It was like, ooh, we're still in this week. But other than that, it did fly by.
I don't know. To me, I still remember college football season vividly. All right. Let's go backwards. do college basketball. South Carolina, Mississippi State, Davidson, VCU, Fordham, St. Louis, Western Mich, Northern Illinois. Directional state battle there. Eastern Michigan against Ohio. Arkansas against Texas A&M. Kent State, home of the famous Kent State Club Med. Or Sandals, I'm sorry, Sandals. Against Central Mich. Miami of Ohio against Toledo. Bowling Green versus Ball State. Buffalo versus Akron, that should be a fun one. Illinois against Nebraska. Duke against Wake. BC Clemson. Quinnipiac against Marist. Where's Mark? Miami against Virginia Tech. Chris? A lot of meat on the bone there. A lot of meat. A lot of bones.
Yeah. A lot of meat on the bone, and I would fight Mark like for the last pork chop, like for this Marist and Quinnipiac game. I'll tell you that much. But
I don't like.
I do like.
Don't like your chances.
You know what? It's always the ones you least expect. So I don't like my chances either. But I'm gonna take Miami here. There's been just no backing Virginia Tech on the road. I get it. A lot of those games where Virginia Tech hasn't covered on the road, 0-6 against the spread, have actually been in the road favorite role. But I just think the Miami is the better team here, and at home, I think they do enough to win by 4 to 5 points. So laying 3.5, fine by me. So I'll
show
lay
them fours out there in this one. Show them fours.
They show them fours. Yeah, I'm still seeing 3.5. So I mean, at 3.5, I'd still lay it. 4, I'd be a little bit more towards the lean, but I'll still take Miami there. I also go with where's the other one I had here? Clemson laying the 4.5 against Boston College. That line does look a little bit funky, but I just don't know how Boston College is going to break 60 in this game. I think it's just going to be a low-scoring game. I think Clemson does enough. I think they win this one by 8 or 9. So I'll take Clemson laying the points in that one.
I see all fours except I see 3.5 at FanDuel. Everywhere else is 4 on that Virginia Tech game.
Is it? Okay.
Got any of these?
Yeah, this time's a lot. I like Fordham here at home against St. Louis. You know, St. Louis on the road. They're all right, 4-3, 4-3 against the number. But Fordham at home, 13-2, 9-6 against that number. You look at the Billikens, 1-8 ATS their last 9 following an ATS win. They're also 1-5 ATS their last 6 versus a team with a winning record. Well, Fordham, 4-0 ATS their last 4. They're also 22, 7-1 ATS their last 30 at home. Home team, 8-1 ATS. I like Fordham here, plus the points against the Billikens in that one. The other one I like Illinois here over Nebraska. Nebraska on the road has not been good. 2-7 on the road, 1-8 against that number. You look 0-7 ATS their last 7 road games. 0-6 ATS their last 6 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 600. Illinois at home has been rolling. 6-1 ATS their last 7. Home team 6-2 ATS. In this series, I think Illinois wins by 20 plus. I think Illinois in that one. And I agree, take Miami over Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, I don't know. They've got all the pieces to play real good, but they just have not put it all together this season on the road, especially 0-6 against that number. I think Miami wins by 10 plus. I'm not worried about it. Clicked up to 4. I think they win by 10. I think Miami over Virginia Tech in that one.
Well, it's opposite day because I'm on St. Louis against Fordham. I watched that Fordham game against George Washington because I gave out Fordham as a premium pick on Saturday against George Washington. And I got to say, the final score is where it is, but it's one of those ones that if you look at the chart of the scoring throughout the game, it was nip and tuck the entire way. They were losing a good portion of the game. And really those last 2 minutes of the game, George Washington was throwing up threes and not making them, and Fordham was coming down and converting on the other end, and that's what made that score look like it is. But that game was like nip and tuck. I did not think I was going to cover. I was whining like a little bitch, and anyone out there, you guys know you do the same thing. No way they're going to cover, man. 2 minutes left to go. It's like, no way they're going to cover. And then it covers like, yes, I had it all the way. Knew it. I freaking knew it. I'm going to take St. Louis. They're good. They're very good, the Billikens. They beat George Washington at George Washington. They beat Davidson last time out. Everyone was on Davidson in that game. Slew. They're tough.
Almost identical score, both teams against George Washington.
Yeah, but one was at George Washington, one was home.
Pretty close. Still 15-point win. One was a 15-point win, one was a 14.
It was really not, though. I mean, if you watch the game,
No, but not by watching it. Yeah, exactly.
It was more like a 3-point game. Very, very, very lucky. Very lucky. I also like Virginia Tech against Miami. I think you guys are on crack cocaine. And I mean that in the most sincere way.
Well, you know that Barn has parties. Woo.
I think Miami probably wins. I think this one comes down to the last shot, and I think either Virginia Tech's not going to make it, but I think that's what's going to come down to. And Virginia Tech just a different team since Hunter Couture is back in the lineup than all those losses that Rod was talking about without him. So I just think Virginia Tech is a team that once again, like last year when they won the ACC tournament with the same players that they have this year, super duper dangerous, man. Big guys inside that can play mutts. Couture, I mean, this guy inside, outside, they can do it all. I'm telling you, watch out. People are like, oh, watch out for St. Mary's and other guys. Like, watch out for these guys, man. They did it last year. They beat Carolina and Duke in the ACC tournament. North Carolina went to the finals. Down year for the ACC. It's like the whole Elite Eight was ACC teams, and then they went to the finals. It's a down year. It's down. North Carolina went to the final. How freaking down could it be? I'll put Virginia up against 95% of the teams out there. One game for it all. I would take them. It's down here, man. Down here. Kansas versus Kansas State, the rematch. DePaul versus UConn. Alabama against Vandy. They're going to be mad. Ole Miss against Kentucky. Dayton against Illinois, Chicago. Gonna be mad. Alabama. Mad they lost to Oklahoma like that.
Yeah, right.
Not as mad as I was. Colorado State versus UNLV. Maryland versus Indiana. Air Force versus Boise. Air Force usually really good at home. This year, not so good at home. Iowa versus Northwestern. Hate Iowa. Hate them. TCU versus West Virginia. Wyoming against Fresno. Nevada against San Diego State. Tomorrow New Mexico is playing against Utah State. It's like both those teams are going to the tournament.
It's gonna be another good year for the Mountain West. But I'm gonna stick in the Mountain West though. I like Nevada plus the 2.5 against San Diego State. San Diego State's won 9 straight head-to-head in this matchup, but this is the best Nevada team I think Steve Alford's had in his now 4 years, in Reno. I think Nevada comes out and gets the job done at home, 10-0 at home this season, and they've done a good job in all the step-up spots at home against the better teams in the Mountain West. They beat Utah State at home, they beat New Mexico at home in overtime, beat Boise State, so they think they can get another win over San Diego State. So I'm going to take Nevada in that one. I'm also going to take Dayton against Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago just isn't the same Ramblers team we've come to make money with in the past. Dayton just a better team, and Loyola Chicago's been getting trampled on the road. So give me the Flyers there, and I'm going to take the over between Kansas and Kansas State. And we needed overtime to get to the over in the last meeting, but I think this is a game where both teams get well into the 70s, and we get closer to 150 when all's said and done than 145.5. So give me the over between Kansas and Kansas State.
And for me, I'm going to take Kansas State plus points against Kansas. You look at the Wildcats, 10-1 ATS, their last 11 versus teams with winning straight up records. I think they keep it with inside this number. Kansas at home, only 3-8 against the number. They haven't been winning, so I think Kansas wins, but not by the 8.5. Kansas State plus the points there. Same thing with Alabama. I know Alabama, they're going to be mad, right? Yeah, I think I was more than that, too, in that game. I'm going to take Vandy plus the points here in this one. Alabama wins by 10. Vandy on the road, been pretty good. Cover machine, 5-1. So, yeah, Alabama is going to be mad. So, don't want to take it by 20. I don't know. That's not how to take a team when they're mad. So, I think Vandy plus 5.5. I think this is their Super Bowl to beat Alabama. So, I think they keep it within single digits. So, it can be Vandy there. The other one, I like Northwestern here on the road against Iowa. I know Iowa at home has been a solid team, but 6.5. I think it's a 3-4 point win for Iowa. I think Northwestern covers the number in that one. And of course, you know me, I'm going to take Air Force here. I'm going to take Air Force plus the points. 9-5 at home, 8-6 against the number. I think Boise wins by 6 points. Give me Air Force plus the points in that one. Oh, what the heck is that over there?
Air Force is going to get rung up. I'm going to take Boise in that one. No one's worse at the Mountain West than Rod.
Well, hey, we got to cover last time.
I'm convinced. Rod's 1-37 in Mountain West. Last games that he gives out of his slot. If he won last time, he's 1-37. It's like, and I also like that's. I like Maryland against Indiana. Indiana 1-5-1 against the number on the road. They're like 150-1 against the number on the road in the last 10 years. One of the worst road teams of the last 5 years, Indiana. I'm embarrassed for them. It's almost like Tom Allen's coaching. Tom Allen's here for the pregame pep talk. TCU without Miles against West Virginia in the rematch. I don't know. You know, Miles is such a big part of the team. Such a big part. Such a big, big part.
Massive part of that team.
Big.
Stayed away. Stayed away.
Big. I'll take DePaul against UConn. I gave it out in the video. I'll give it out again. Because I'm a repeater. I can do that. I'm a fixer. Fix things. Alabama's going to be mad, man.
It's a close game where they win by 30.
They're mad. I like Northwestern against Iowa. Spite alone. Anyways, we move to NHL. Hurricane against the Kings. Canadians against Ottawa. Goudreau's against the Capitals. Chris?
I'm going to take Ottawa to win in regulation against the Canadiens. They just stomped the Canadiens in their last game. Look for nothing to be any different here. Montreal, they're a better team than they were at this point last year, but yeah, I just think Ottawa, they've pretty much owned Montreal in a lot of the recent meetings. They've won 4 straight against Montreal. I think they make it 5 straight. I'm going to take Ottawa on that one. I'm going to take the under between the Blue Jackets and Washington. You know, I don't trust both goaltenders or even the defense for much of anything, but you know, the last meeting finished 1-0 between these two. I think it's first to 3 wins this one. Both offenses have been struggling lately, so I'm going to take the under 6.5 in that one. I think at best it's 4-2 either way.
Otto's going to be mad. Mad.
For me, this was I like the over. I'm going to take the over between the Kings and Carolina. 6 seems a little bit light. I think we easily get 7 in that one. And I like the under between Ottawa and Montreal. You look, the last meeting was 5-0. And I think it's similar under these 6.5 goals coming to premium now into the under 6.5 Ottawa and Montreal.
I think they're going to be mad.
Who's mad?
They're all mad, Rod.
They're all mad. They're all mad.
Alabama, mad. Got their ass kicked.
That wasn't close.
I'll take the Hurricane on the puck line. Even though it doesn't match up. I'll take Ottawa on the puck line. And Capitals on the puck line. Parlay them up. Triple puck line parlay. Chris, what are you selling?
Got a couple things on the board today. Got a best bet in each of the major sports. The NBA, NHL, and college hoops. Got those 3 parlayed up as a 3-pack, and I got a college hoops 3-pack on the board as well.
Do you have a college hoops 3-pack?
I do.
All right. Rod?
For me, over Pick Those Premium, I got my NHL sniper play going. You can scoop that up singly. Or I've got my NBA drop a dime play. Or you can get those 2 plays included in my Tackle the Book Tuesday, where I've got 5 plays. A couple college basketball, I've got a couple NBA in there, and an NHL. Scoop up Tackle the Book Tuesday. Jump aboard. I'm going for a 3rd straight winning day.
Mad, Alabama. They're mad. Cleveland against Miami. Knickerbockers against the Lakers. If you buy any weekly package of any handicapper, email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com. I'll get you a Pick Dogs hat or one of these Pick Dog shirts. It's got to be a weekly handicapper package, not a consensus report, not a bunch of picks that you've bought in the past, none of things like that. It's got to be a weekly package that you bought of a handicapper, and I'll send you a shirt. Okay, while supplies last in each color. Got the maroon, gray, blue, and black, and the hats. So I bought a lot of picks, not any of this stuff. Weekly package. That's it. Bought a bunch of picks. All right, what do you like, Chris? NBA.
For NBA, I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Son of
laying the points against the
You're going to be
Hornets.
mad because the Hornets, you know.
Well, the thing is, I don't expect the Hornets to score 51 points in the first quarter like they did in the first meeting. And
the Bucks are going to be mad. Mad as a Hornet.
Hornet when you swat down the nest. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks. I just think they get the job done at home here. The Hornets, they've had some recent wins. They picked up a couple of recent wins over Atlanta. I think it was over Chicago. Over Miami and Chicago. But those games were at home. You take them back out on the road. They've struggled defensively. I think they're going to struggle here as well. I think the Bucks come out and get some revenge. So give me the Bucks laying the 11 in that one. And I'm going to take the Clippers laying the 3 on the road against the Bulls. Looks like Paul George and Kawhi are both going to play. When they're both on the floor, this Clippers team is really good. And I still don't trust the Chicago Bulls as far as I can throw them. So I'm going to take the LA Clippers in that one.
How far can you throw them?
We'll see. I'm still working on my shot put toss. So still got a little bit of work to go, but yeah, we're getting there. I can probably throw them about a good 3-4 feet.
Carbon up.
Yeah, with or without the shot put, I was always going to carve up. I don't think I have ever seen Mitch laugh that hard. But Tony T asked if I was going to carve up.
Rod, what do you think of this NBA card?
Peak physical condition.
This NBA card, I like the over in the Lakers in New York. You look at New York averaging 114 points a game. Lakers 116 points a game. And just gets us right around this number. It opened 234. It dropped to 231.5. I still think it goes over the total. I think we get into the 240s here. Lakers 6-2 to the over off of 0 days rest. 7-2 to the over following straight up loss of 10 or more points. Knicks 4-1 their last 5 to the over. 10-4 to the over following an ATS loss. I think you got to track me in our hands in that one. Give me the over there. And I like the under with the Pelicans and the Nuggets. You look at New Orleans, their last 3 averaging 105 points a game. And you look at the Nuggets, they're averaging 105.7 points a game over their last 3. Both these teams, New Orleans on the road averaging 114 points on the season. And the Nuggets 119 points on the season. And that still just gets us under this total. You look at the Pelicans, 9-1 to the under their last 10 versus a team with a straight-up winning record. Nuggets 8-3 to the under their last 11. And the last 11 meetings, 9-2 to the under. Take the under. Pelicans. Nuggets. The 2 I like in the NBA.
I like the Heat against the Cavaliers. The world's humping up on the Cavs in this one. This is where the Heat always play their best when everyone's looking the other way. I like the Clippers against the Bulls, and the Bills, both. They beat them both. I like the Lakers against the Knicks. Knicks terrible at home. Lakers have LeBron. He loves playing in New York. And I like the Chicken Nuggets against the Pelicans. Joker's going to eat them alive. All right. Parlay time. Chris Ruffalo, you're up.
All right, I'm going to go with my parlay to be the over between Kansas and Kansas State. I'm going to go with the LA Clippers, and I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
A pretty mixed sport. We're going to take Illinois, lay the points. We're going to take the Ottawa Montreal under the total, and we're going to take the over in the Lakers in New York.
Take the Heat. I'll take the Virginia Tech, and I'll take Capitals on the puck line. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. See you tomorrow.